Hi guys, Squirrel here and welcome to another episode of Trucking Diaries. If you remember the last episode, we were right up north. We went from Prince George over to Edmonton, I believe. Now, unfortunately, since then things have changed slightly. The Arizona DLC's come out and American Truck has gone into a beta, so on and so forth. You've probably seen my video on advanced coupling. Bottom line is, currently, at the moment, I can't get the northern expansion bit to work. So, what I've done is I've fast travelled down to Bakersfield here, in Bakersfield. We was, in fact, up here, if you remember. We'll get this stuff back, don't worry. But for now, I've fast travelled down to Bakersfield. Nothing else has changed. All the money's the same, the XP's the same. I've just moved down here, basically. What we're going to do is take a job over to the wonderful new world of Arizona. You may have seen me stream this. I streamed Arizona before it actually came out on one of the Sunday night trucking weekends. So we've already been all over here on a stream, but in Trucking Diaries we've not. So we're going to go over here in Trucking Diaries now and discover it. Now what I thought I'd do, I saw a job in the freight market that takes us via, I think it goes via Vegas. Let me just double check that. There you go. Actually, no, it doesn't go via Vegas at all. We could potentially reroute it that way, because we can go past the Hoover Dam, which is about here somewhere. So we could, in theory, reroute it, or we could go past Kingman and Flagstaff and take those. Let's take the job, and then we'll decide on the way. I'll have a look at the routing and see how much longer it is. Let's jump inside the cab. Reset that track IR. There we go. Let's get us started. Park and brake on, because it never is. Let's press the information tab and the cruise control. Actually, what's my fuel level like? 143 gallons. Okay. And what's my fatigue level? Fatigue level is about half. So we'll go and pick this thing up and then we'll decide what we're doing. Okay, just getting used to my gears again because I put them. Okay, I remember now. On this particular profile, I run it very, very differently. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, okay. I'm running an Eaton Fuller style on this particular profile, which always throws me when I jump in from a different profile. I'm like, okay, that gearbox layout, not the other one. Gotcha. Sure you won't mind if we just sneak out? Okay, right turn here. In theory, I'm supposed to stop at that point. Well, I think the pickup point is just down the road here. We've got a 30-mile-an-hour limit, so let's just cruise control that. There we go. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take some large blue pipes, I think it is. It's a trailer with some large blue pipes. I managed to get a few of the trailer mods to work, even though we're currently in a beta version. So they seem to work, but I had to turn off the advanced coupling just for now, because the advanced coupling won't work on the modded trailers and trucks until we get it all to... Although this is a stock truck. In theory, actually, the modding, the trailer coupling may work. I'm thinking about it. Maybe I should have left it turned on. Alright, I could try turning it back on again. Let's see if we can couple up. I know it's a little bit hit and miss, depending on what truck we're using, what trailer we're using. So we could try turning it on, and if I can't hook it up, I'll switch it back off again. I do like the advanced coupling, though. It adds quite a bit to the game. Not a massive amount. It only really affects you when you're picking up, but it's a nice little touch, I think. Wow, look at the oil pumps there. Good grief. Black gold. Reminds me of that American TV program called, was it called American Hillbillies or The Hillbillies? I can't remember now. I think it's called The Hillbillies. With, was it Ned or Jed? I can't remember his name. It was all black and white, very funny. I'll never forget the song. About this guy who turned up in America on like a horse and cart and nothing. In fact, bought a house and found out his garden had oil in it. And he turned very rich overnight. Quite funny. Right, familiar pickup point. Actually, this kind of reminds me of going to the Chemcell place. I'm sure you get to the end of this road, there's a T-junction, there's a Chemcell on the right. Normally you get fuel tankers from here. I'm thinking the blue pipes has maybe replaced some of the fuel tankers. Yeah, this is it. Good old Chemcell. I do like the modelling on this oil plant here. It's so incredibly detailed. The only downside is that I think what they should have done is broken this up into different components and then maybe laid a few of them out slightly differently, because they're all the same. All these chemical plants are the same. And it would be nice to see a bit of variety. Okay, let's take this. Freight market. There it is. Large blue PVC tubes, 35 tons, so quite heavy. We'll take that for now, and then we'll try and see if we can couple up. I should turn that on for now. Let's see if we can get this to work. So if you go to gameplay, and then we go down to advanced coupling. What does it call it in here? Can't find it. Advanced trailer coupling, there it is. Went right past it. So if we can't actually reverse into this thing and lock it up, then what we'll do is we'll turn that option off. It is a stock truck with a modded trailer, so it probably will work, but we won't see the legs going up and down. That's what usually happens, because the trailer has not been adjusted to retract its legs when you're on advanced coupling. Alright. Let's pop that. Whoops. Let's pop that mirror on. We're going to stay dead center on that trailer. Just more or less like that. Yeah, we've gone right through it, I think. Yep, we've gone right through it. That answers that question. We'll have to get it to connect another way, which is via the free camera, and teleport like that, and that will now connect it. So what I'll have to do is I'll have to turn off that trailer mod, because it doesn't work with the current beta. Which is perfectly acceptable. Wow, that's heavy. It should disconnect, it just won't actually connect. Because it obviously needs adjusting, because they messed about with the whole coupling mechanics. Wow, this thing is seriously heavy. Wow. 35 tons, I can really feel the weight. Okay, right, before we set off, let's have a look at the map here. Now, current distance is 574 miles. If we was to route via the Hoover Dam, we'd go up to 696 miles. So we'd be putting 696 to 574, like 120 miles on top, in order to go past the Hoover Dam, so which is about here. So I think we'll have to skip it this time. What we will do, though, is we'll go through this town in order to pick up Kingman. That'll discover Kingman for us. And then we'll go to Flagstaff. We shall not go that way, because that won't pick it up. So if we maybe reset it to there like that, and then past here like that, we'll pick up Flagstaff and get that discoverable as well. We might as well do all this stuff, because it needs doing anyway. So we'll pick up a couple of discoverables, which will actually extend the journey. But not by significant amounts. Trip distance is actually 545, so I've just managed to shrink the distance down by taking a slightly slower route by the look of it. And then when we get to Page, that should pick up Page as we drive through it. and we're going to drop off in Gallon. So we're taking it from Kemso, and we're going down to Gallon. Please tell me you're going to stay there, pal. Thank you very much. Wow, look at that. That's old school, that is. Uh-oh. Okay, that trailer is a little bit longer than I expected. Gear in. There we go. We're gonna have to go on the side here. Blimey. Note to self. It's a long trailer. Did you notice the beacon on that? Actually, haven't they, no. I thought they changed the default air horn on this. I still don't think we've got any beacons, you know. I still don't think we've got any beacons in American Truck Sim yet. Although there is a beacon on the back of the fuel trailer, like the chemical fertilizer one. But I don't think you can put it on top of the... on top of your truck yet, which is kind of weird, to be honest. I need to test it. Next time I go to the garage, I'm going to try that. I haven't checked it for a bit. I should check it in this current release. I know they added a default air horn sound or something. They always do that, the AI. They always start to overtake you, then back out. Now, I'm not going to bother getting fuel at this point. I'm going to save that for later, because I don't think we need it yet. Well, I'm going to let this guy go, because I need to cut that corner quite a bit. Right. Oh, you are going, okay. This is going to end badly for me. Oh my life, that was close. I thought he was letting me go. A scrapyard. It's like a massive scrapyard, isn't it? Right, I know a number of you are asking about Euro Trucking Diaries and when I'm going to kick that off. I had kind of planned to wait for the release of 120, is it 124 or 23? I can't remember now. So currently American and Euro Truck are in a beta, and they're just about to release pretty soon, I think. I was planning on waiting for that to come out, and then for Pro Mods and Rustmap to adjust to that version, and then I was going to start the Euro Trucking Diaries. I may just stay on the current version of Euro Truck, which means I would be forgoing the advanced coupling. But that's pretty much all we'd lose. So I may just start kicking that off real soon instead. We'll see. I know quite a few of you are excited to see that one. American Truck, obviously we've got a lot of fans who watch the American Truck series, but a lot of you want to see the Euro Truck series as well, so I'm quite happy to run both of those two side by side. And at the very minimum, I'd be aiming to do like a video per week, but I'd aim for a bit more if I can. I need to mix it with some other stuff as well. So obviously, we are a simulation channel, and there's a number of games that I play, or simulators that I play, and it's not just trucking, although trucking is one of the main ones, obviously. There's also flying and trains and buses and things like that, so I want to keep a nice mixture going still. There are lots of things going on in the flight sim world at the moment that I want to show you, and there are a few train sim releases that I want to bring. OMSI, I think, has got like a London project which is soon to finish up, that I need to show you that as well. But yeah, it's all good. Just let you know kind of what's going on here. Alright, T-junction. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, I can't stop! Wow! Wow, that was driver error. Whoa, 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 no need to take it out with me though, pal. Jeez. Yeah, I hit the brakes and pretty much nothing happened. That's what happened then. Oh well, I got over the junction. That was pretty unexpected. Yeah, I tried to activate the retarder, but I don't think I have one on this truck. So, yeah, I don't have them on this truck. It's been a few days since I drove this particular profile, so I've forgotten that I've got a different gearbox layout and I don't have a retarder on this gearbox. And that kind of threw me. Because I activated my retarder, believe it or not, and nothing happened. I should have probably just hit the Jake brake and given that a go. But it all happened rather quickly. Never mind. Note to self, brake earlier in this truck. 55 speed limits. We are coming up to 50. Passing Barstow now, which is still the original content from American Truck. And then we'll be into Arizona. I don't know if you've seen Arizona or not. It has just been released as I make this video. It's just been released. It's pretty good. It's of the same level of quality that that you can come to expect from their previous work now, from Nevada and California. Definitely a lot of detail has gone into it. I think they've ironed out any little bugs and niggles that they had. It's quite a nice expansion. In a perfect world, I would like to see one of those states released every couple of months, but I think that's probably asking too much, to be honest. These things take a long time to make. But it's okay. I mean, we've got mod authors who are making extensions to the map, so the quality won't be as good, but we'll have the quantity. So once we've finished with Arizona, I'll probably go ahead and try and get the coast-to-coast stuff installed. We'll take a look at that. I think somebody's making a mod which goes south towards Mexico. So we might get that installed as well. Again, the quality of these things is, in places, the quality is not very good at all. It's got a lot of bugs, a lot of gaps in the map. We saw a few of them, if you remember, on the previous few episodes when we went north. We saw the kind of bugs that you can get. But it's either that or kind of run out of places to drive to. I think I just heard my guy yawning. Pretty certain I just heard him yawning. What time are we on? 7 PM. That's not so bad. That means we can at least sleep before... okay, we've got a toll booth. Okay, here. The second way station. Not toll booth. The second way station we want to go to. But in terms of the look and feel of Arizona, yeah, it's pretty good. There's not a massive difference between... it's still very kind of sandy and dry, as you would expect. It's Arizona. It's pretty hot down there. So there's not a massive difference from, say, Nevada. But it is different in places. The buildings are different. Certainly the biggest thing that you'll find is the speed limits. Oh my god. Oh my god, the speed limits in Arizona. Arizona State has a 25-mile-an-hour speed limit in a lot of the residential areas, and as far as I can tell in Arizona, that's been applied to, well, large parts of the city that you drive through, even down to at the point where, what I would consider to be industrial areas, or areas with no houses, no schools, nothing, no shops even, just industry, the limit's 25. Now, maybe that's the way it is in Arizona, but let me tell you, if you've got speeding offences turned on, I guarantee when you get to Arizona, you're going to get a ticket. Unless you are the most precise speed driver, you're going to hit a ticket. Because that 25, it actually just feels like you're walking. It's not fun. But that's the Arizona state law, so SDS have implemented it, and that's fine. But from a driver's perspective in this game, it's It makes you want to turn off the tickets, let me put it that way. There is an option in the gameplay setting to just turn off speeding fines, and I've gone ahead and done that because, I'll be honest with you, I've left it on for 37 episodes, I've left that on. But when it comes to Arizona, oof, it just catches you out so often. And you know, the penalties are quite high. And at the moment, I'm trying to build a career mode here, so I've gone ahead and turned that off for now. I will stick to the speed limits, but, you know, I do make mistakes with the speed limits as we cross down from one zone to another. And I can't be bothered with getting hit with 900, 1400 euro fines, dollar fines all the time, so I've turned it off for now. That's a personal choice I've made. Right, we're going to go ahead and pull over here. So we'll disengage the cruise control. While we're here, we might as well fill up because it's actually on the way in. So with no reason not to. There we go. Just line her up. Parking brake on, lights off, engine off. Let's listen out for those sound fix improvements. Lovely, huh? I love trying to time those sound improvements with the key turning to turn the engine on. But if you get it right, then it just sounds like the guy gets back in the cab and turns the key, and the engine starts. That pack is called Sound Fixes. It is in the mod spreadsheet. Should have had the lights on when I drove over here. Never mind. Alrighty. So quiet out here, listen to that. Okay, apparently we're not sat on the right pixel. Now we're on the right pixel. There we go. Let's try again. Wow, 6:26 AM. Look at that sunrise. It's another beautiful day. Those truck drivers got here before me. And apparently they're still in bed. Right, let's get some momentum going. Oh, that looks busy. That looks very busy. I might try and sneak in after that car. There we go. They need to leave some bigger gaps in the traffic when they do that. Just create those spaces to pull out, or at least give us a longer on-ramp. Well, I think I've mentioned that one before, so I shall say no more. I doubt they're going to change the on-ramps, to be honest with you. I think that would be a lot of work. They'd have to go back through every junction on every freeway and change the on-ramps, because they're just too short. Like, some of them are okay. That one's not so bad. They just need to run it off down here, say, to past this sign, then merge it in. It's not a massive change, to be honest, but there's probably a lot of them, which would make it quite a big job. I still don't really understand why they did that in the first place. Road's looking a lot more busy now. Just watch the speed here. What's that bridge over there? Is that a railway bridge? That looks like a rail bridge to me. Right, speed limit has just gone from 55 to 75. Let's have a look where we are. There you go, you see. So we've just gone into Arizona, which is why the speed limit changed. Because California has a 55 limit. Arizona seems to have a 75 limit, but bizarrely in town is 25. So it's kind of like extending the extremes a bit. Right, I've got my foot flat on the floor in 16th gear, and this thing is not hauling. It's just not happening. There we go. Let's go 17 on that. I think I'm going to stick it around 60. So we're coming up on 70. There we go. I think that's fast enough. Oh god. Just as I get to the point where we're about to get off the junction. I just locked in the cruise control and then looked and went, uh-oh, I've got to get off here. Go! There we go. Right, see that? 25 speed limit. And just watch how slow this feels. It makes me wonder if people on bicycles have the same speed limit. Because at this speed, I could easily see myself being overtaken by a bicycle. It's 24. Right, well, welcome to Arizona, peeps. Robo Shop. Let's get that left lane. So yeah, if you look around, you can see it's still quite sort of, you know, deserty. It's not really changed at all. The AI still trolls you by stopping and then not letting you go, so you can never predict what it wants to do. I'm starting to see a lot more kind of grunge in the world from SCS. Traditionally, they always did very, very clean maps. In American Truck Sim, we started to see graffiti and all this kind of thing. And as I look around, look at that, you see the rubbish bags. I'm starting to see, you know, trash at the side of the road here. And more of an authentic look. It's an interesting design change. If you look back at the original Euro Truck, it was all very super clean. Yeah, you might have some skips, but you wouldn't have any bin bags lying around. And I mean, I'm all for it. Even the bottom of that building there, look at the dirty texture on it. Everything has this kind of weathered, lived-in kind of feel to it. Motorbikes, Winnebagos. We can just go straight right here. Actually, you know what? I don't think that's discovered the city. Oh yeah, it has. Kingman. Phew. I thought for 1 minute though we'd not discovered it. Right, how far have we got? 252 miles left. 65 miles an hour speed limit. Now 75. We've got one more city to get off and jump into. Now, at the end of this journey, I'd like to pay off one of the bank loans. We've got a 400 grand bank loan and I think about an 85-ish. And if you look how much money we've got in the bank, we've got 89. Plus, when I bring this in, is going to be, what is it, 89 plus 14, nearly 15. So that's going to give us the best part of 100 grand. We can pay that 80 off now, that 80 odd off. We're left with about 15 grand in the bank. And that's going to knock down a daily payment of about 1,500 or so, or 1,800 maybe, a day, which is a lot of money. But I still have a 400,000 loan to pay off, which is going to take some time. And realistically, the best way to pay it off is probably to take out smaller loans when I can, repay the bigger loan, and plus the cash I've got left. But either way, you've got to start saving up now, or stay in debt and just keep investing it back in the company. You know, get more drivers. What is going to be fun is when I do a Euro Truck series, you'll see how different my skill choices are. Like, you'll see me focus a bit more on fuel efficiency, because in the Euro Truck world, the fuel is so much more expensive, and it's quite a significant factor in your bill. Whereas in American Truck Sim, it really isn't. Now, it costs us about 100 grand per truck. I'm going to have a look at how our drivers are performing, because, you know, one option for, instead of paying off the loan, one option is to buy another truck. Assuming I've got garage space for it. I need to check that actually. We can get I think a basic Kenny for about 99. So we could get a basic Kenny, hire a driver and put them in the truck and start getting more money. But how much they would bring in depends on their skill level. Speed up a little bit more. Let's lock that in. So outside is kind of a bit more green at this point, which implies that it does rain a little bit around here. Unlike Nevada, which is very kind of deserty, Arizona appears to have a few more green areas. Slow the speed down a bit here. Flagstaff, Route 17. Well, you can see just by looking there, they've actually got grass around here. Quite a bit of grass. Look at the tarmac surface as well on these ramps. It's concrete and then back into tarmac. Route looks clear. Down in the distance there's some mountain range. Up north of the map there's a kind of a mountain range that you can go to. Which I think is where it meets into... Actually, does it meet into Nevada or is it another state? Oh god, oh god, oh god. Speed limit. See what I mean? The speed limit just went from 75 to 25, and if you're not paying attention like that, you're going to get caught out. That is a heck of a drop in speed limit. Let's get that lane. Now you can see how different it is. As you get further away from California, you start to see, look at the graffiti and the texturing on the wood, green hedges. You know, it's all very different now. Val Airport 40G. What does that 40G mean? Crates of fruit left outside. Chinese takeout. There's a Chinese takeout everywhere, I swear. Everywhere there's a Chinese takeout. Not just in this game, I mean like in the world. Chinese takeaways get everywhere. They're definitely popular in the UK. Seem to be pretty popular in the States as well. Was that a day market over there? There's a trailer coming with a beacon, you see it? That's a bit cheeky, fella. There you see he's got a chemical trailer, so he's got a little beacon on the back. Potential trucking headquarters. Don't need that yet. At some point when we've got enough money, when we need to expand, I will get a garage in Arizona. I've got 2 already, and they're kind of in spread out parts of the map. It would make sense to have one down here somewhere, possibly in Phoenix. Phoenix is pretty central. Wasn't sure if that guy was going to give me right away then. Peterbilt dealer. There you go. That's that discovery done. There's a lot of traffic here. Can't wait till I can get some of the mods back in to really spice the game up a bit. Does Kenny love to rev? I generally change around 2000 RPM. That seems to be the sweet spot. What's interesting is they don't put any markers on the rev range to show you where kind of fuel efficiency is, maximum torque is, all that kind of thing. You get a lot of that on the European trucks, but you don't seem to get that on the Kenworth though. There's no visual indication of where you should be. I mean, I'm sure it's in the owner's manual and all that, but it'd be kind of useful to have that kind of information on the rev counter. In. A lot of little bumps and mounds and hills around here. Maybe some quarrying's going on. There's a loan payment going out, I think. I need to repair the truck actually. Income 1002 from driver Valentino. I think I've mentioned this before, but I would really like to be able to see that information scroll past, independently of whether I've got this display up or not. Because if I drive like this without that display, I don't get to see useful messages that scroll past. Or maybe even if I could just press perhaps the tab key or something, and if I press the tab key, it would turn on or off the scrolling messages. Even that would be fantastically useful. Because I tend to miss things like that, like how much I got fined, or how much my loan payment was, or how much the income was from a different driver. I don't get to see it a lot because I turn off that sat-nav and just go with what's on the dash. I think we're making good speed. Let's just have a look at our ETA. Is 1:45 PM, so we're going to be there pretty soon. The expected delivery time is, well, remaining 4 hours, expected to be there by 5 PM at the latest, so currently we are a few hours ahead of schedule, which is absolutely fine by me. Now, if you look at this, it's kind of opening up again, and it looks like a rocky version of Nevada now. Like, or more kind of where the canyons are, the Grand Canyons. As we're kind of heading north, it turns more back into the Grand Canyons. And less green. Right. Just knocking out of cruise control. We've got a right turn coming up. Balloons! Hey, 4 balloons, look at that. Speed limit 35, that's interesting. And back to 25. I was all excited then. Oh, I can go 35 miles per hour. Alright, we've got some roadworks here. There's another delivery point there, you see it? We've done those before where you can drop off the trailers by the side of the road. I still love, you know, delivery points like that. I find them really interesting. I wish there was more variety. I wish there was more of those kind of things. I mean, we know we can take things to quarries and roadside deliveries. I don't know. Can we get any more interesting stuff? We've got whale exports, car dealers. I guess you could go for, you know, other kinds of businesses maybe. I can see the delivery point flashing now. We are close. You can see how industrial it's getting with all the power lines, and then into the distance I can see chemical plant towers, which is the gallon factory I think we're going to. So we're kind of close to where we need to be. I think the next journey we do in Arizona, what I'll try and do is take a journey that goes maybe south down the east side of Arizona. We'll have to forego the Hoover Dam for now. Oh, and I don't know if you know or not, but there is actually an Easter egg in this game. Which, if you don't know about it, I will show you that at some point. I'll leave you to... I won't spoil it for you in case you've not seen it yet, but... I'll leave you an opportunity to find it yourself, put it that way. But if you don't find it, I'll show you it in a couple of episodes' time. Gallon factory, far side delivery. Let's just hope that my trailer drops off correctly. I'm sure it will. The only problem with this with this place, you always get offside drop-offs because it always makes you come into the factory this way. Right, I'm going to go all the way down here because I know this is a pretty long trailer, and we're going to struggle to see what we're doing. So very hard to see. Can't get a sense of depth on this. I think what? straighten out a bit more. Don't want to hit that other trailer. So now I'm getting a sense of depth, and I can see that I'm about to cut into that trailer. Trying to straighten her up a bit. Okay, that's better. This trailer is so long. There we go. That was a tricky one. Decoupling. Oof, large blue PVC tubes delivered from Bakersfield to Page. How much did we get? 14,900. No deductions. Nice little chunk of XP there. We're already halfway to level 13. In the last video, we actually went into level 13. So, in 2 jobs, we've actually chunked through half of a level. Which is not bad at all. Let's just pull up over here. Get out of this factory. I'll have a quick look at the truck and garage and money situation and make a decision about whether to buy another truck or whether to pay off that loan. I'll have a look at the income of the drivers, I think. Convenient spot here. There should be a rest area, actually. Turn the lights off. Engine off. Alright, so if we go to... We've got 98,700, so I don't think we've got enough for a truck anyway. If we go to the driver manager and have a look how much they're making. So, the minimum they make is 1,700 per day. That's with a rating of 2.5. Valentino, I don't know what it is. It must be something with the ladies, but somehow he manages to average a higher rate. What's he on long distance? Don't think he should be on long distance now. He's got 3 points. Let's put him on to fragile, get him pointing that fragile there. This guy doesn't need to be on just in time. He can go on to... fragile hard cargo and just in time delivery. No, he's got that. He can go on to high value cargo. Let's get him some points here. Maximilian. That's fine, doesn't really matter. He can stay on any of those. Now the garage, let's have a look at that. Sacramento, we've only got 1 slot. Bakersfield, we're filled up. So, yeah, in actual fact, as it happens, I can't buy another truck because I'd have to unlock. And an upgrade is 100 grand, and I don't have 100 grand. So what we can do is look at the bank situation, and 83,000 loan. I'm going to pay that off. It makes no sense to be paying 1,800 a day. And interest, excuse me, and interest on top. My hay fever's bad, by the way. That's why I'm coughing. Hay fever's terrible right now. 1,800 per day. It doesn't make any sense. We've only got a 400 loan. We've only actually got 319 left, which is not bad, all things considered. But at any point, I could grab another 100, and we know with 100 we can make 1,800 a day. However, we'd have to take 200 because we need to get another slot in the garage, which is obviously a bit more expensive. So I think if we can save up 100 grand, then we can take a loan, we can buy a slot, buy a truck, and get somebody else on the road. At which point the bigger loan will have come down to maybe, I don't know, 250, 200, something around that mark. Anyway, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed that one, guys. Take care. Happy trucking.